question. The first question in the name of Deputy Darragh O'Brien. 30 seconds to introduce your question.
Minister, I'm sure you're aware, as I am, of the difficulties being experienced within the passport service, and I put this question down to afford you an opportunity to update the House on the current turnaround times, the processing times, what resources are allocated to the passport service, and what additional resources you have planned, if at all possible. I'm sure you're aware of the many instances over the last number of weeks where people have had business trips and holidays, family holidays cancelled because of the elongated processing time. So I would ask you if you could update the House on what steps you're taking to address this matter.
Right, Minister, 2 minutes.
Thanks, Les Concordia. As the Deputy will be aware, last year just over 730,000 passports were issued. This represented an increase of over 9% on the year before. Demand continues to be very strong so far this year. Notwithstanding these pressures, renewal applications submitted through Passport Express continue to be processed within the 15 working day target. Some categories, however, such as first-time applicants, take longer because of additional anti-fraud measures. For example, first-time applicants are advised to allow 20 working days. The current turnaround time is 19 working days. As the Deputy will readily appreciate, it's very important that citizens use the right channel when applying for a passport. There have been a number of cases in recent times where applicants have used Passport Express despite their travel plans falling within the processing period for their passport. And I know that people in this category frequently contact my office and those of other deputies. Where applicants are travelling in less than 15 working days, the best course of action is to make an online appointment at the Passport Office in Dublin or Cork. There are a limited number of appointments available daily in both offices. I appreciate the assistance of members of these Houses in promoting good practice as regards the Passport Office, and I would like to thank the Deputy in this regard. This week again, I will circulate a note on good practice to all members of the Houses. Indeed, significant customer service improvements that are being rolled out as part of the Passport Reform Programme will assist in managing growing demand. In particular, the new online service for adult renewals is to be launched in the coming months. This will result in reduced turnaround times for applicants and significant efficiency gains for the passport service. In the immediate term, however, and to respond to the seasonal demand and more general increases, a total of 230 clerical officers have been recruited into the department of a temporary nature. Over half of these officers are already in place, and most of the others will join by early March.
Deputy O'Brien.
Minister, firstly, the renewal applications of 15 days, I don't think all are being met on that, frankly. Online appointments are very limited, as you've said, and it's not really an option for people. I welcome the fact you'll issue an up-to-date note, but my issue with this in particular is that the figures for last year, there was nearly a 10% increase, 740,000 passports. The passport service through your department employed additional clerical officers last year to deal with the spike around summertime, and that's understandable, right? They were all let go before Christmas, and now we're employing them again. And I put it to you that we actually have to prepare in a post-Brexit Ireland that I think the level of applications that we're getting is going to continue to increase. So I don't believe that just employing, letting go, temporary clerical officers in the passport service, it is not a long-term solution. And I really think that the passport service need to revisit our turnaround times, need to republish what they are, because as we come into the summer months and the holiday period, there will be hundreds and thousands of very disappointed holidaymakers, people for business trips that we have had already. So I would just be interested to see whether there is any movement whatsoever on employing full-time. Those 230 additional clerical workers should really be on a full-time basis. And I would support you if that's what you're endeavouring to do.
Minister, 1 minute.
Well, the Deputy will be aware that the need for additional resources is kept under constant review, and I agree. Over the past number of years, we have employed in their hundreds temporary officers to assist, particularly during the summer months. That's why these people are a ready resource of experienced people who will work side by side with the permanent staff there. But I would again appeal to deputies and indeed appeal to the general public that all applicants should check the validity of their passport and in particular those of their children in a careful way and then choose the correct mode of application because there have been a number of pressure points in recent times. And of course I said to Deputy O'Brien that the employment of temporary clerical officers is not a long-term solution. That's why we are proceeding with innovative actions in the Passport Office, like the online or like the passport card. Again, a very user-friendly mode of travel, accepted right throughout the European Union and beyond. But I would ask people to differentiate clearly between the application, the Passport Express, and the emergency application.
A final question, Deputy O'Brien.
Yeah, look, thanks for the. I think it's important that we recognise that there is a problem. On the 15th of December 2016, I raised this matter with you as well, and I do welcome the fact additional resources are in place, but we need permanent additional resources, and I would support you in your efforts to do that, because if the turnaround times are set for renewals of 15 working days. That's not the evidence that I have in some instances. In most, yes, it is, but in some, no, that's not the case. So, really, I think the online application will very much assist in this, and I wonder if you could maybe possibly update us as to when you hope to roll that out, because there are issues with incomplete applications that elongate the process. I agree with you completely on that. But the stress that it causes on families and individuals, as you'll know, who've planned to travel and then realise that they can't get a passport in time, and it is a big issue as well. So I think the easier we make the process, the more seamless we make the process, the better for everyone.